Hey, what's going on, guys? I wanted to throw this up for you guys real quick. Pulling the dash out of a Frontier. I know it's kind of the wrong time to start the video, seeing as the dash is already out. What you need to know, basically. Seats don't have to come out. Center console comes out. Radio, dash, side covers. You can see I just got a mess apart. A pillars, B pillars, or A pillars only come out. B pillars stay in place. Steering column. You've got an electrical harness that you have to unplug, so you have to pull the covers off. There's 4 bolts holding it in. Drop the entire column down. You can either rest it on the seat. Not going to hurt anything. The entire dash comes out. There are 3 bolts on this side. 1, 2, and 3. They are accessed. There are plastic plugs over these that you pull out. The entire wiring harness comes out with the frame of the dash. Steel bars that actually go across, and that also comes out with the blend door box attached. You disconnect your harness. You've got airbag connectors. Make sure you disconnect both battery cables. Airbag connectors here going into the well. You've got connectors down here. Main connectors over there. And then you have one harness that wraps down back behind here. It's got one plug here, wraps back behind here, and one central plug into here. And that's really all it takes. And then the entire dash comes out as an entire assembly. However, the dash cover comes off first. As you can see, this is the actual dashboard cover. This comes off by itself, separate. You have mounting bolts, and they're pretty obvious. You just kind of lightly pull on it as you're taking the screws out, and you'll find where they're all at and pull them all out. As you can see, we got a mess of parts. This is the frame. You can see the harness is still attached. This particular customer car had a mouse down in the intake box, and so we actually had to take the entire box apart, clean it all out, wipe it all out. It's pretty nasty. Overall, not bad. I think it took me about 3 hours to pull all this out. Granted, I've done a couple of these, so I'm a little faster at them, but really not too bad. You know, a weekend you should be able to handle this in and out, no issues. Make sure you don't necessarily have to drain the cooling system, but you have to disconnect the heater core. If you are doing a heater core or an evap, an evaporative box, so you disconnect from up here 2 heater hoses, and then you got your AC lines down low. If you look down here, that little, let's see if I can get a good shot of that right there, that hole, that lower one right there. That's where you're going to look to see if you have either an evaporator leaking. If you're checking for an AC system, don't tear it all apart. That's where you look for it. It's right down there. If you have AC dye coming out of that hole, it's definitely an evaporator. Or if you have coolant coming out of that hole, it's definitely a heater core. However, be warned that you do have heater core hoses here, and you also have an AC hose up here, so make sure that nothing's leaking down to that and making it look like that's where it's coming from. Overall, not bad. Really a pretty simple job. Just time, and the biggest thing is patience. Make sure you disconnect all your wiring harnesses. And here's the other side of this connectors. And as you can see, there's a lot. Most of these are unique, and so there's no chance of mixing the majority of them up. There's 1 or 2 for the radio that are similar. Just kind of pay attention to where they're at. Shouldn't have any issues. Overall, not bad.